Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me, Shanté Kumar, for this Sunday's inspiration. Today, I'm going to share with you what I have found to be the basis, the background, the foundation of everything that's going on in our world and with you right now. See, I see programs out there about peace and how to cultivate it, which is definitely relevant, right, with everything that's going on. There's programs about creating or tuning to more abundance, to programs, to working on your dream for a better or more fulfilling job or relationship. There's programs to improve your mindset practices and your beliefs. And yeah, those are all well and great and good and important work. But I've noticed that there's something that really drives and determines the outcome of all of that. And it's the one thing that has been dictating the way your life has unraveled and our world. And it's something simple. It's something we have all heard. It's something we all have experience with. Self-love and its sister, self-worth. That's what everything hinges on. Now, you might be like me, thinking, I love myself. I'd be my own best friend, which I say all the time. Like, oh my God, I love me. I would totally be my best friend. Anyone else feel like that? Anyone else think, I know what all this is about. I know I'm worthy because God loves me and I am a child of God. Okay, right? Yeah, that was all me too. And that may be all well and true. At least I thought it was too, until I started to actually unpack some of the very unloving things that I was thinking and feeling and acting out in my life. Now, before we begin, we're going to lean in to a space where we get to invite in this ease and this clarity, right? Inhale deeply with me. Blessing that you can even take that breath and we'll release it. So now I'll share some things that came up for me regarding self-worth. And I want you to raise your hand if this shows up for you too. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to actually be able to see you do it, but I'm going to feel it. And you're going to feel it too, okay? And I'm talking about things like, raise your hand. I feel guilty if I put my needs before others, right? This one was huge for me because I think, I'm a loving, spiritual person, right? I'm giving. I'm supposed to be selfless, right? And I'm available to others. And that's lovely. But I had to realize that saying yes when I wanted to say no was an actual form of self-abuse. And so were the judgments that came up about myself on top of it that I just heaped on, right, to those thoughts that, I'm not important enough to take care of my own needs. I have to take care of somebody else's first and before and always before mine. Raise your hand if you ever feel unworthy of love or attention. This could show up in different ways. For me, it shows up as not wanting to speak up or share my feelings and thoughts with others, a fear of being vulnerable and what that might mean. I might lose face or something. Maybe it shows up for you as a feeling you must be quiet or not seen, telling yourself, no one wants to hear me. What I have to say isn't important, right? No one needs to pay attention. Or maybe you think, well, I don't want to be a burden to others and I'm independent and I'm going to take care of it myself, and maybe you just work quietly and hard throughout the night, kind of like a martyr. Could be the opposite, where you work really hard to strive and do and achieve and prove your worth, right? You deserve love because you have the best body and the best house and the best car. Now raise your hand if you ever felt like you can't trust others with your feelings. They might not like it or love you if they knew the real you, right? So you choose to create an acceptable personality to interface with the world So much so that now you're not even quite sure who you are and what you want. Now, I dealt with this one myself by being very diplomatic, by learning how to say things in an appropriate manner and a nice way, even if and when I was being treated poorly or even disrespectfully, because I didn't want to become the stereotypical angry black woman, right? I mean, a whole generation of black women have been cut off from being able to express their honest feelings of indignation, frustration, and yes, anger, because of fear of being dismissed, being labeled angry, being seen as that type of person, and having everything else I say be negated. And that's not important. And while that might stem from society, and roots in the American culture, granted, it lives in the heart and the psyche of me. Now, does any of that sound familiar? Any of those thoughts and beliefs actually helping you in your life? I bet not. And are any of them, not just one, okay, something that you're tired of dealing with? Any of that you'd like some help moving through, right? Getting beyond it into a more expansive area where that is now behind you. And if you're ready to stop those and other core beliefs that are blocking you from evolving and moving through into that space waiting for you right beyond the boundary of your current thought and belief systems, I can help. Because it's all energy, baby. And that's what we're working today. We're working with clearing out that energy. And as a teacher and a healer, I help others experience an increase in self-worth to have deeper, honest relationships with yourself. So you can cultivate rich relationships with others and enjoy an abundant and expansive life. And now if you watch this and you raised your hand, and I bet you did, or if you didn't, you really wanted to, I urge you to give me a call. We'll get on the phone. I'll see if I can help. If I can, I will. If not, give you some next steps and we'll part in loving friendship. And that's it. That's my offer. And I'll be honest, I am really okay if you call or if you don't call. Because the one who has to deal with that and live with that decision and the results of that decision that you're already living with, yep, you guessed it, you. And look at your life. See if you're okay with every aspect of it. Your relationships, your health, your career, your time, your money freedom. If it's all going great and it couldn't be better, I am super excited for you. And let me in on your secret, because there's all things that I'm still working on too. And I want you to continue to be blessed with that though, and continue to experience that, because that's beautiful. If you're like most people like me, have at least one area, that could use some help improving and moving through, be honest with that. Be okay with that. And be on the phone with me today so you can start at least getting some understanding as to what all that is. What's going on that mental tape that is actually running your life so you can rewrite it and rescript your life. Now let's take a deep breath on that. And exhale. Now today I shared some things with you related to our self-love and our self-worth and how really that's at the core of everything that goes on in our lives. I shared how it shows up, even for those of us who do think that they know about self-love and loving themselves. But there's one thing I've learned: we can always become more of who we really are. We can always show up as more and express more of that and be more human. That's what it's about. And if you want that, if you want to start identifying with that more that is within you, you want to move through these other things that are not you, do so with me, okay? And I thank you for the time. I appreciate you allowing me this space in your inbox and your life. And may you experience oceans of self-love, boundless self-worth, and inner peace now and always. Namaste.